Alright, so I'm gonna be ranking each The Party Never Ends song, starting with The Party Never Ends and working our way down to Spend It. No, I'm not gonna talk about the cover. We already know it's bad. Let's move past that. Let's get into our first song. Let's go. Alright, first we got The Party Never Ends. I'm not gonna lie, this felt like a good way to start it off. Got it up building, had the beat come in, nice hard drop. He even states it, the party never ends on a hype song. I like it. Great way to start the album. That song, even though it was short and I heard they took a verse out, I'ma still give it a solid 8. And it probably would have been way higher if they would have had that verse in. I'm just saying.
One main girl, fuck a mistress.
Alright, so next we got Misfits. Misfits, it felt like if you listen to him, he's not really, like, it doesn't feel like he's really speaking as if it's hype and the party never ends. But it's like they almost try to disguise it a little bit by having some hard beat drops, maybe some 808s in there. And they try to disguise it as like maybe a hype, sadder song, something like that. But really, you can't really fool your audience like that. So with that being said, in terms of this album, I'm gonna give it a 7, almost on like a higher end, just because in terms of the album, The Party Never Ends, it doesn't really fit well. This is the song that's still going on my playlist because it's good individually, but in terms of for the album, it doesn't really fit. It's almost like it misfits.
I made it another.
Okay, next we have All Girls Are the Same Too or Insecure. When I heard this song, I was like, oh yeah, this is a good song. But when people said this might be on the album, I was like, nah, bruh, no way. It's just, come on, bruh. There's no way. This is on the album, and again, it's another song that I feel does not belong on The Party Never Ends and maybe should be its own single when you can have other songs to replace this. Like, why put this in when there's plenty of other hype songs where it's gonna feel party-like? This doesn't feel party-like again. And now, to me, they're 1 for 2 in making this feel like The Party Never Ends. Or 1 for 3.
Roll it up, lace it, pop a few.
And then here we go. Another song. Now they're 1 for 4. But now we got Lace It. Lace It is another song where it was like, come on, bro. This isn't party-like. Like, it's like you try to throw some songs in here and try to get it to a certain amount of streams or the threshold that you were trying to meet. That's what it felt like. It didn't feel like he was really trying to make this The Party Never Ends. Lace It kind of goes into his own topic in a way and starts his own section of the album. It's like the album had 3 different sections and maybe more. It had the party section, the section we're supposed to be focusing on. It had the love song section, and then we had almost like the drug talk and maybe saddening drug talk, where it's like we're focusing on the drugs of the situation. Like Oxycodone and Lace It are 2 of the prime examples of the drug talks in this album. This kind of made an issue to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Drugs in my cup, mix it up.
Alright, here we go. Now we finally got a banger. We have Cuffed. This song was a leak. I'm not gonna lie, it was a leak. Like, I'm gonna let it slide because this is a horror leak. This is a straight banger, bro. Respectfully, 9.5. Like, because I've heard some leaks better. But if we're going off a release, like, probably still a 9.5, but high in 10. Low key. I'm not gonna lie. This is a very hard leak. Hard song to drop. And it actually felt party-like. Like, that's perfect. Keep up the momentum. Like, you should keep having songs that's similar to this in terms of vibes. That way, this can feel like a party never ends type album.
Working me in.
Alright, so next we got one that is people's tens. Personally, I got it at like 9.5, 9. Because I still like the song a lot. But I still think there's better. But we got KTM Drip. KTM Drip, great hype song. KTM Drip, I think it earned its spot. Deserved its spot. And it should really keep it. It fit The Party Never Ends. And I love that it's on that album. But later on, you're going to see there's some things that don't really belong. But let's just talk about this one. It gets the 9.5 or the 9. And I know for some of y'all probably going to give it the 10. That's definitely a good take too.
She's a love letter.
And here's where I talk about the second category I mentioned. For that second category, I said love, like love songs type vibes. This is one of those where it's a love song type vibe. It literally has a love letter in there, and it's like overdoing it. So it's not even like hype love. Like, this is one of those where it's like, yo, why do I got a love song like this on The Party Never Ends album? Like, it just, especially after you have KTM Drip and then you go down to here, like, come on, bro. Grade A gotta do better. That's some crazy work to do that. So, due to its placement and everything, I'm gonna go with a 7. We just went from a 9, 9.5, and for some people, a 10 to a 7. Just because, bro, and it just didn't match. And the song itself still wasn't even all that to me. I'm not gonna lie. The song itself wasn't even like that to me. I can't lie, bro.
In the moment, three of my bros for
Alright, here's one of my favorites on the album, but just because I already heard it too. We have Condone It. Condone It, I like the upward vibes. You can associate it to the love song, but it's very upbeat. Like, it's like, and he even talks his joint at the beginning too. So it's like you can really say this is the Party Never Ends song, and you can slide it in there. And I like the way when I hear it. I like the way it made me feel. None of that, I love the way it made me feel. Like, when you hear it, I get hyped. So I like it on here. And then to me, this is another 9. This is another 9 to me. You can even go 8.5. But I like the 9. So I'm going to keep it at 9. I feel like that's an accurate rate. Alright, so next we had Goodbye by the Kid Leroy. This was more of an interlude. For what it was, I would probably give it a 10. But not just for the song. Like, I'm not going to lie. I'm giving it a 10 for the interlude. As a song, it's probably still, it goes into that 8, 8.5. I like the tribute. I like all that. And for an interlude, it's not one of those talking interludes. It's one that actually, like, someone can listen to it and not have to skip it. You feel me? Like, it's something people can listen to, and it's a good tribute. Nice 8, 8.5 here. Alright, so next we have Party by Myself. To me, this is one where it feel like it should go closer to the end. Especially given like we kind of have features, and low key, if we want to go message wise, imagine saying you partying by yourself and then you have a feature later on. Like, you're not really partying by yourself. But that's like really looking into it like I probably shouldn't be looking into it like that. But Party by Myself, it's a good song. He mentions partying like that, and I feel like The Party Never Ends. You can slide that in there and then have it another section of music in there, and it's still gonna feel like it's The Party Never Ends. Party by Myself gives you a new outlet. I just don't think they use that outlet that it gives you the right way. But The Party by Myself as a song, I like that as an 8.5. I like that as an 8.5, especially the way it fits. If they utilize it better, joint had way more potential.
I want.
All right, this is the most extreme case of that second category I was talking about. Adore You. Adore You, I like the song. I like the song so much. Like, I'm not gonna lie, me probably a year ago is probably giving that song a 10 out of 10. But the way it fits on the album, it drops it to like a 9. But in general, like, Adore You is like a 10 out of 10. Respectfully, for what it is a 10 out of 10. But for what it is on this album, though, it's like a 9. We're talking about The Party Never Ends, and we're putting that, like, come on. And then we're doing that after The Party by Myself. I don't like that. I don't like that. Like, album reconstruction is very important. So if we're not constructing the album correct, it kind of like, it messes up songs. Like, it messes up how people are going to hear the songs. So this goes from a 10 to a 9 just because of where it is on the album. But the song itself is 10 worthy. Like, I'm not going to lie.
Just put some money on his head.
Alright, bro. I'm excited to say this, but like, this one I didn't hear. It was Celebrate by Juice with Offset. The joint was fire. I'm not gonna lie. It gave me something I ain't never, like, come on. It felt like a different vibe of Juice. Like something I can, a fresh ear to. Give me a fresh ear to listen to. Like, and it was fire. Offset did his thing. Juice went hard per usual. And bro, it was very good. Like, this was a song that a lot of people is probably gonna put on their playlist. And just having this song just adds to that party vibe. Another party vibe song. If they would have had this throughout the whole album, bro, they're so good. They'd be so good within some of the songs construction and where these songs would be ranked right now throughout the whole album. But this song, bro, for what it is, I like the 10, bro. I like the 10, bro. No glaze, bro. I like the 10, bro.
100 on me. 100 on me.
Next, we have one of my favorite leads, bro. This is one of my favorite leads. I'm not gonna lie. Jeffrey went so hard when I was like just at home chilling with my bro. We played Jeffrey, dancing in the kitchen, you know, feel me? Dancing to Jeffrey. Man, that song went so hard. And it came after Celebrate. I like where it's at. This is a 9.5. Like, bro, I like where it's at. The only thing that maybe someone could nitpick would be maybe him changing the voice. Like him going from more of a medium to a lighter tone with the Jeffrey. But even then, that's a crazy nitpick. And Jeffrey is still hard, especially because it's coming after another horror song. So that makes it better. So Jeffrey, I'm giving that the 9.5.
I need codeine in love with the medicine. I'm a sip.
Next, we have Barbarian. Do I need to say too much, bro? This song was hard. Even the streams that they carried over from the leak should say enough. Joint have 4.5 million. Like, that joint helped the streams already for the album. Barbarian is so hard and it's coming after Jeffrey and Celebrate. This is called building that party momentum, bro. If you kept this up through the whole album, the album's going to go from the ranking I'm going to share at the end to probably a whole point better. Whole point and a half. It's going to get high tier. Like, come on, bro. Should have kept this up the whole time.
Darling, I was wondering if I can.
And grade A strikes again, bro. You had 3 in a row, and you wanted to just throw some BS out there. Are you serious, bro? Because after Celebrate, Jeffrey, and Barbarian, they choose to throw out Best Friend. The song is like utterly kind of like mid. I'm not gonna lie. To be honest, I'm gonna have to give my lowest rate and probably give it almost a 6. Probably a 6. Because the song wasn't like that, bro. Out of everything you could have picked to even have that type of vibe, you picked that. What made you pick that? That's the question. But I'm gonna give it a 6. You just snapped everything you just had with Celebrate, Jeffrey, and the Barbarian. You just cooked yourself, bro. And it didn't match the vibe again, bro. Like, come on, bro. It's sticking with the 6, bro.
I bet you when she take it off, she look like Michael.
But, Grade A had to say, come on, let's tee up. Let's bounce back. Let's bounce back. They dropped Florid. I'm not going to lie. I was looking for this song for like a year, and I couldn't find it, bro. I never went on Spotify to even check for it. Because I'm checking it now. It had like 700,000 plays already. I couldn't find the song at all. Because I would search YouTube for it. I couldn't find the song at all. Because I was looking for the verse. But this song is nice. I like it. It's a 9. Nah, sticking with the 9. I was going to give it a 0.5. I'm going to give it a 9. I'm going to give it a 9, bro. I like the song so much, bro. That's probably one of my favorites on the album. Probably not top 3, but it's still one of my favorites. I was looking for that song for so long, bro.
Oxycodone.
Next, we got Oxycodone. This was another case of them making a sadder song, but it goes into more the third category, where it splits into that drug talk. But this was more of a sadder song that they somehow tried to hide it and disguise it by putting a little bit of bass in the beat. They try to hide it, but you can't fool nobody with that. We can see that clearly, clear as day. You can't disguise that at all. So I don't like how it fits with the album. This is probably gonna get a 7.5. I think that's fair. 7.5 for what it is on the album. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's fair, like completely fair.
I spend it all.
Finally, we had Spend It. I actually kind of like the song on the album. I like what he's saying, like he's talking in his way. What may get some people is how like his voice is like down, but in a way, I feel like if you would have put it in a different spot and maybe not dead at the end, you can make that work. You just need the right selection of songs. It probably doesn't work within their selection of songs because they chose almost the worst selection of songs that you can choose for this album, like as if they purposely sold this album. But if you pick a different choice and then use this and slide this in there, you can make it work. Just you can't make it work in the selection that they chose. I don't know why they tried to make it work that way. But for what it is, I'm going to give it an 8. Just to how it works within the album and all that.
Different color pills, you know the deal.
Alright, so I finally rated all these songs. And to be honest, I'm going to have to say that my final rating for this album is going to be, I'm going to say an 8 with a little bit of like bias on there. This isn't Juice WRLD's best album, bro. Respectfully. It's not first. It's not second. It's definitely not third. It's definitely not first, second, or third. It's competing with fourth and fifth. It's competing with Fighting Demons. Because one, it can go Goodbye and Good Riddance or Death Race for Love. For me, I got Death Race for Love. Then it goes Goodbye and Good Riddance. Then you got L&D, Legends Never Die. Then I'm not gonna lie, I gotta put Fighting Demons here. And then it's gonna go The Party Never Ends. This gotta be his worst album. But it's still not. It's not the worst thing you can come up with. It's not a garbage album. It's just for what they could have done, they wasted so much potential with this album. For what they could have done. And for what we know they could have done. For what they showed us, even what Chris Long showed us, you could have did way better. Did they release Carry It yet? Because the fact that Carry It even got shown, but Carry It might get put out. They might put Carry It out. Because they're saying there will be a deluxe 10 songs on there that the community gets to choose. Meaning there's probably going to be a lot of hype on the deluxe. So which is going to clear out and filter that sad and love stuff. It's going to filter that out because the community is going to get the pick. So that's good. Waiting for the deluxe. Empty Out Your Pockets is going to come out like tomorrow on the 30th. So we got to see because this album can get way better. The deluxe can easily save this album. Like this album, it can take it from an 8 to like a 9.5. Like it can take it there. This can't be a 10. Obviously, this is not the perfect album. It's not the perfect reconstruction. I think a lot of us didn't expect it to be either. But for what it is, we knew it's not going to be perfect. But final rate is an 8. Worst album by Juice. But that's not even the worst thing when you consider how good his previous albums were, except for Fighting Demons. But like this and Fighting Demons are going neck to neck. But yeah, I'm just have to do the 8. I like most of the songs there, but 55% of the songs were actually The Party Never Ends related. That's not a good percentage. But that being said, decent album. Let's move out.